Dakota overload. That's not good. Even though. Hello everyone, we are here today for round number 8 of the Road to Pro iRacing series. As these drivers pacing the field right now. Take a quick look at your grid for tonight's race. On the front row is going to be the number 9 car of Aiden Berlin, alongside him Dakota Long. And then behind those two drivers, Justin Gang and Danny Hansen in row 2. Jonathan Cutlip and Chris Olin in row 3. Bulletin Elliot Henderson and Tanner Love on row 4. And rounding out your top 10 is Derek Lemke and Eli Childs. So we're going to take a look at the rest of your grid scrolling across your screen. As I believe we have in total 33 drivers taking the field here. 160 laps here at Charlotte daytime. That's going to be your top 20 for tonight's field. Take a quick look at our weather for tonight's race. It's 82 degrees on overall and 97-degree track temp as the green flag is out. And we are away here at Charlotte. Side by side through the field as the leader, Aiden Berling, first place right now in the 9 machine. Gonna clear Dakota Long on the back straightaway as they're side by side for third behind Tim, Justin Gang, and Danny Hansen in 14th in the 14 machine and 11 side by side in turn 3 and 4. As the rest of the field side by side behind them. Long race here, 160 laps. Fuel is going to be an issue. They're going to have to pit at least one or two, or at least 2 times from my experience. I've talked to a few drivers this week. There's one car way up high. I think that's the 11 car of Danny Hansen on the top side trying to get by Justin Gang. He's going to get a run on the outside lane right there. That's still side by side for that 3rd place position. Those 2 drivers duking it out in the outside lane. Is Hansen going to clear it maybe off of 4? He does so. Going to turn 1 and 2. Single file through the whole field. You can see some battles in the back there. Side by side. I think that's probably for around P20-ish. There's most of single file throughout the field here. Not really too many battles. As Hansen going back to the high side. Side by side for 2nd place right now. Hansen clears Dakota Long going into 3 and 4. As Hansen closing down a leader, Aiden Berlin, as he could get alongside him pretty soon here, lap 5. That toe in the truck, he might be able to do something here in the next few laps. With the open setups here, Hansen looks like his setup can really run the high side, but he's got to be careful not burning up his tires. It is the daytime here at Charlotte. The tires are gonna, I know C Open was during the nighttime, so that's really the only practice they could get throughout the week. And looks like Hansen's setup's really looking strong on the outside lane compared to everyone else's. You haven't really seen anyone else in the back being able to run that outside lane. Hansen still on his gearbox there, a little further back than he probably wanted, probably backing up the corner a little bit. As right now these guys are kind of just single filing out, pulling away from the rest of the field. as these two really just pretty much nose to tail, about a car length and a half to two in between them. Because right now most of the field's single file. We have a few stragglers in the back right there. We got some side-by-side battle in the back right there. I think it's Chris Overland right there in that 32 machine, trying to make something work here against Justin Gann. Because right now we're still green, under green conditions on lap 13. As most of the field's single filed out, like I said. And I think it's just going to be about tire saving. See if you can pick off a few drivers while saving your tires. Because we got some side-by-side action there in the back a little bit there. I think it's between the 26 of Elliott Henderson and Scott Lamp in the back right there. They were side-by-side down the back straight ahead of them, side-by-side, I think. For a second, there was Tanner Love and Chris Overland. But right now, everyone just kind of chilling, single file out as we have a battle back here. Derek Lemke and Timothy Moore side-by-side for P number 10. Lemke side-by-side on the inside lane. Moore trying to make something work on the outside. Behind them, Chad McGlinley trying to make something work on the outside lane too. We saw Danny Hansen was one of the only drivers to be able to make that outside lane really work as Tanner Love gets by Justin Gang in front of him for P5. He's making the outside lane work right now in that 3 machine. Right in front of him, Chris Overland trying to get up to Dakota Long. A few of these drivers battling for, I believe, a spot in the next round of the Road to Pro Series. I don't know exactly the whole championship battle and exactly how many points are gained per split, because it depends on the iRating and SOF. But side by side, Derek Lemke on the inside lane trying to make it work. Still side by side for that P10 position. Here comes Chad McGlinnan pushing Lemke to the inside lane, trying to get these guys single file out so he can get by the outside man of Timothy Moore. Eli Childs behind them too, trying to make something work possibly. In the meantime, about 18 laps complete here, going on 19. As our race leader, Aiden Burling, still out in front. About a 2-second gap, or 2/10 gap over Denny Hansen. I think Chris Overland is gaining about a 10th per lap on these guys. Last time by, he was a 10th quicker than Aiden Burling. But these two have been the lead 1-2 for the past about 15 laps or so. Once Hansen, who I believe started P4, he got around those second and third place drivers. And these top two have pulled away from the rest of the field, but Overland trying to challenge these guys as we pass for 10th place. Chad McGlinny gets by Timothy Moore, who was side by side with Lemke, but Lemke behind those two, as these two now battling for that P10 position. You see those guys lifting. You can see the sparks from the undercarriage of their body lifting. Not a lot of side drafting these trucks compared to the next gen car, but there's definitely some aero and some draft. But side by side behind them, Eli Childs trying to go the inside of Derek Lemke. Lemke was on the outside lane. I think he might have killed his tires a little bit more than he wanted to running the outside lane. But Hansen now closing on the race leader. Within a tenth and a half now. He's just slowly gaining that last time by half a tenth quicker. He's now on the back bumper looking to the outside lane. We've seen him make some moves on the outside lane the past few laps to get up to that second place position. As now the outside lane looking a little bit better. You can see behind them Chris Overland and Dakota Long side by side too. As here comes Hansen for the race lead. Ships into turn 3 and 4. Book it. He's back in the race lead. 21 laps in the race. He's a little bit sideways off the exit. He holds on for that P1 position. We got a new race leader, Danny Hansen, out in front. 22 laps done. 138 to go. Nose to tail for the top two positions as these two battling. Chris Overland gained about 2/10 on their race leaders last time by. As now, this is going to be a 4 or 5 car battle. Here comes Aiden Berlin to the inside lane now. Hansen using the outside lane to his advantage. He'll keep his race lead for now, but now it's a 5 car battle for that race lead. Maybe 6 here soon, as everyone else closing in on the top 2 contenders. And so here comes Chris Overland. We've been talking about him earlier. He has some speed now running the outside lane. As he's been saving his tires in 3rd place, he's going to go side by side with our pole sitter, Aiden Berlin. Side by side down to turn 1 and 2. Now behind them, Coda Long on the outside lane as everyone's ripping the top side now. It's a tire we're coming into play here. 24 laps into this race. No cautions yet. And Chris Overland clear of 3rd place, Aiden Berlin, as now his sights are set on Danny Hansen. As now he's running the middle lane. Hansen on the very top side right there, trying to protect his outside lane. He's been dominant. Hansen has been on the outside lane. He's made all of his moves up there, but I could wear his tires out eventually. Let's go on board with that number 11 machine. See behind on his gearbox right now. See how close he is to the outside wall. Trying to use that banking to his momentum. Overland slowly gaining on him on the back straight with us some draft. As here comes Overland to the inside lane now. As they're side by side for the race lead. Overland in that 32 machine. Trying to get as much points as he can to make his way to the Road to Pro round 2. Let's take a quick look at your standings. I have it pulled up here quickly. As right now, Overland still on the back bumper. Will he make a move to the inside this time by in turn 1 and 2? No, he stays a little bit top, a little bit more shallow though. A bit lower than Hansen, trying to get that clean air. But Hansen ripping the top side, gotta keep his preferred lane up there. I don't think he's gonna be running the bottom anytime soon. Let's get up to the top side, he goes. And we have a few drivers that are in the field right now in our race. Tanner Love, he's in 69th place, right on the cutoff, so he's the one to watch out for in that P3 machine. He was hoping to get another split. He's in that third car. This is split 4, but he was hoping to get in the split 3. I'm guessing. Oh, he's Dakota Long loose off of turn 2. Let's give Love a chance to make to the inside for P4 behind them, these three. As there goes Love to the inside behind him. But the battle for first place is still on. Side by side as Dakota Long into the outside wall. Let's give Love another position up the P4. If he gets a good run here, he can lock himself in to the next round. As Love now continuing to try to gain up to these guys, up to the top 3, as they're side by side, fifth place Dakota Long and Jonathan Cutlip. As Cutlip to the inside, he's gonna hang on to that blue line. You can see his left side tire is right on that blue line, trying to make it work, as they're still side by side for 5th place. Cutlip, he's eliminated from the next round, but he still has a fighting chance to get a good point stay here and look forward to next season of Road to Pro. And you know, you just got to build on some momentum here. 8 races is not a lot of races to prove yourself, especially with, I believe they went to Daytona, went to a lot of 1.5 mile tracks, Atlanta, basically super speed right now. But with these trucks, a lot of these tracks like Charlotte, Atlanta now in Las Vegas, Texas, those tracks like those are kind of like a semi-plate race with a little bit of tire wear. It's not exactly full throttle all the way, but it's mostly full throttle with a little lifting. But still a lot of skill that takes place here as they're still side by side for his P5 position. It's a battle for 5th here. Jonathan Cutlip on the inside lane. Dakota Long. This could be a battle for four of these guys as he clears him. Cutlip clears him, but watch out for the guys behind. You got Justin Gang and Scott Lamp behind those guys for 7th and 8th. They're closing on these top 5 right now. As we go back to the race lead, 3 wide almost between these top 3 contenders. A side by side Hansen on the outside lane still. Side by side, this could be a 3-way battle here. As right now, it's only a 2-way battle. As Repulsor, Aiden Berlin, just kind of sitting and watching these two battle alongside each other up front of him. Hansen is still ripping the top side. Can Overland clear him? Can Berlin say something about this? Here comes Tanner Love behind these guys. Could be a 4-way car battle for the race lead pretty soon. And Love needing those points as much as he can. We talked about him. He's in 69th out of 70 in the cutoff right now. Every point matters. That 3 machine right behind these guys in 4th place. But still, side by side for 2nd now. As the battle first now, single file is out again. Oh, there's a wreck in the back! Somewhere around. Timothy Moore around. And that 13 machine, that could bring out the caution. He's on the apron though. He reverses on the racetrack. That could bring out the yellow. And it does. Timothy Moore around. Causes the first caution here on lap 35. Let's take a quick look at what happened there. In the back here. He just gets tagged by the 16 of Drew, the number 16 right there. Let's take a better look at this one in the blimp camera. Kind of just gets tagged. He was a little bit loose in front of that 16 machine. So he's running the top side right there. He gets just a little sideways trying to diamond it down the corner. He saves it, still a bit loose, and just gets right reared a little bit by the 16 machine. And we have some drivers going out pit lane probably pretty soon. Let's go back to the race leaders here. As down pit lane they go. who will get out pit lane first. Track position has been pretty important, but Hansen, he's been up front most of this race, qualified P3, I believe. And now he's looking to extend his advantage here and lead some more laps off of pit lane. As Hansen off of pit lane, he will get off of pit lane. As Overland seconds, as the race off pit lane. Looks like mostly stays the same entering. No real big changes here. So as these guys go and do some more pace stops, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back before the green flag. Welcome back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're about to go green yet again. Lap 40, 120 laps to go. Got about 33 lap green flag run there. Or 33, 34 as pace car is off. And we're waiting to go as we get into the research zone. Green flag. You went a little early, I felt like right there. Don't know if that's going to be a penalty for that 11 machine, but green flag exactly has a really good jump on that the whole field. As we got on turn number 1 and 2. Side by side in the back right there. I saw a little bit of blocking that Ford machine. Tanner Love blocking for that 4th place position. Knows that his track position means a lot here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Scott Lamp right on the inside, moving up the racetrack he goes. Here goes Tanner Love up the racetrack to the inside. Scott Lamp side by side for our 4th place position. That's actually Dakota Long, my bad there. Took a long in that Ford machine. Drops down to 5th place single file. We're basically the top 10s. There's side by side in the back right there. About P15 probably. There's single file back out. As now our front 2. Aiden Berlin and Danny Hansen. As we had issues for one driver. Where is Chris Overland? Looks like he might have got a speeding penalty. He's all the way back in 27th position. So I'm not sure exactly what happened to him, but he could have got a speeding penalty, which is most likely here. He did pit twice, and they were pretty long pit stops. So either not sure exactly what happened with that 32 machine. Let's go back up to the battle for the lead here. As we're side by side for third, almost Tanner Love behind Aiden Berlin. As Love was pretty quick in the long run right there. He went about 30 laps. He was closing in on our top 3. But Berlin was also really quick in the long run right there. He kind of fell back on that pole position. Fell back throughout the field, but he closed his way back up to second. But now they're side by side for second right now. Tanner Love, Aiden Berlin, Scott Lamp. As Love clears Berlin. His state set now on Danny Hansen. They're at P1 position. And we mentioned this multiple times. Love in position to get into the top 70 of this Road to Pro. And split number 4, he has a chance. He's at 3 machine. He's probably looking to try to get the split 3 to get that boost in the SOF. But right now, he's got to focus on what he can control and try to win this race to get as many points as he can. As mostly single file throughout the field. You got some side-by-side action in the back there. But right now, it's our top 4, nose to tail basically, for that 1st place position. Right now, Chad McGinley on the top side right now of Justin Gann. As we saw later in the run, the outside lane was working really well for some of these trucks. We saw Hansen run the outside lane really well. We saw a lot of drivers run the outside lane once these tires were. As here comes Chad McGinley to the inside, got a clear Gann on the inside lane, and he's up to P7 now, chasing his way down to Jonathan Cutlip in that 6th place position, number 1 car for the split right now. Probably another car that's disappointed that he didn't get to split higher in that 3rd split. But, you know, he's got to do what he's got to do, like Tanner Love, and try to get as many points as he can. Try to end the season on the high, as he's already eliminated for the round of 2. But, like I said, mentioned before, you got to do what you got to do and try to get as many points as you can throughout the season. So now we have a battle for 3rd place. Scott Lamp to the inside. Aiden Berlin, again, he's falling back to that 9 car. Falling back just a little bit, but we saw this in the first run. He fell back just a little bit, the P4-ish, P3. And now we got about for race lead now up ahead of him. Tanner Love to the inside, 2 by 2 for the first 4 cars. He's got a clear Danny Hansen. As Hansen could do a crossover move to the inside now. Love overshot the corner just a bit loose off exit. Here comes Hansen to his back bumper. He's got to push him down the stripe. 48 laps complete, 112 to go. As here comes Scott Lamp. He's been quick this run right now. He's stuck to the bottom lane as Love goes up the track a little bit. Burning up those right front tires we saw last time. Love, he was really quick in the long run, but it's a little different once you're battle loading a little bit more. So he had to make up about 2 positions this run right here. But he's been really quick throughout the race, but still a long way to go, more than halfway to go. As Hansen is still on the back bumper. We've seen that last time by. He's just pushing Love. Maybe trying to pull away from Lamp as he sees Lamp as a challenge. As Lamp, again, closing the gap. He was in the same exact lap time as Hansen last time by. But once these tires were, we saw the groove move up the racetrack a little bit in Charlotte. Pretty bumpy racetrack, especially with the new laser scan. I think, well, relatively new. I think it was done in 2018, maybe 2019. Somewhere around there for the Roval race. So it's still relatively new scan on iRacing. It's a lot more bumpier than the Legacy Charlotte. is, I think that was a 2008 scan, I believe. So about 10 years difference. As you can see, these top 7 have a whole gap on the field. The rest of the field, about 1 second gap between those 7th place and 8th place, Chad McGinley and Justin Gann. So these top 7 really pulled away from the rest of the field. As you can see, everyone's just single file through the whole field. Very, very single file racing. As you see, Nathan Loud right there. So most positions gained. Vincent Cordsey in the 18 positions gained. He started, where is he at? He's in P9. So started 27th up to P9 as we're side by side. Foul for 9th place. That's Vincent right there on the outside lane in the all black machine, all black truck. Don't even know what number he is, to be honest. He's number 12. So you can't even see his number barely. He's side by side with Justin Gann still. And it seems like the outside lane kind of burns up your tires a lot more than the inside lane. We've seen that a few times as Hansen was struggling a little bit there in the last run. A lot of people were catching up to him. As you're side by side battle for second right now. Hansen down to 3rd place. Go back up to him side by side for second. Hansen gets cleared from by Scott Lamp. Scott Lamp on the charge, on the move to the inside now for the race lead. There goes Lamp to the inside. Will he make it stick? Lamp gonna clear Love, but watch for the crossover. Hansen's been working with Love a lot here. As Love goes to the inside, back to the outside now. Side by side for the race lead. Here comes Hansen, followed by Berlin, our pole sitter, and also in the forward machine. 6-car battle for the race lead. And still 2 by 2 for the first 4. Lamp losing the outside lane to pull away a little bit on the exit. Behind him, side by side, Hansen and Berlin. Side by side, Hansen clear of that 9 machine. He's going to push Love to the inside he goes. He's going to stay behind Love and try to work with him to get back up to Lamp. As Lamp is pulling away from the field. A 10th.5 quicker than Love last time by. As in these trucks, it's not very common just to pull away when there's 6 of them, 6 other trucks behind you. But Love reeling him back in a little bit here. But it looks like in 3 and 4, Lamp just has a great setup right now. He's just rocking that bottom lane. But on the exit, Love ran a little bit higher. You got to catch him a little bit here. A 10th.5 is the gap about between these 2 drivers. So on board with Tanner Love right now. As Love backing up the corners a little bit in 3 and 4. That's going to allow him to get a good exit, but Scott Lamp is just closing the gap even more off the in turn 3 and 4. He just has a great truck hooked up to that bottom lane. Side by side. Got 3rd position, Aiden Berlin, Giant Danny Hansen. And also, here comes Dakota Long. So now this race, we've said 1 caution so far in lap 34, I believe. And it's been mostly going throughout the field. Well, it has been green throughout the rest of the race, but so now here's our weather conditions. This looks like it's got a lot hotter, as it's we can see the history right there. Real quick, as right now it's April 6th in sim, and we'll look at the history. Kind of see the history. Track time slightly increasing a little bit, but the normal temperature is staying the same. But here comes Tanner Love to the inside now of Scott Lamp. Here he goes, that 3 machine. He wants that lead back. He wants that clean air back, as we're almost 100 laps to go in this race next time by. As you can see the group moves to the outside lane now. once these tires get worn in, their stints right now are 22 laps into this run. And Love using the outside lane a lot. Here comes Berlin, our pole sitter. He's going to try to get up that second place position. As here comes Love on the back bumper, looking to the inside, possibly in turn 3 and 4. As no, he's going to stay behind Lamp for now. Here comes Love. The outside lane, Dakota long into the outside wall right there in the P. As he's going to lose a lot of position right there, that Ford machine. He's down to 7th place now. He just got that wall and entry right there. He's going to lose a lot of momentum, even more positions, probably down to 8th place, maybe 9th. So here comes the second pack on the inside of him, side by side. Vincent Cortson. As we're side by side for the race lead in the front. 3 car battle for the race lead now. Cantainer Love. Retake his leaders are wrecking the back to 16 round. Drew draw. And Justin getting around. Is that going to bring out the yellow? As yes, it does. Let's see. Take a look at what happened here. Looks like, oh, Dakota Long just kind of got contact between him and, I think that was Vincent. Oh, that's unfortunate. He was up 20 some positions after starting 27. And that's the Drew drop. As he has to reset there. Let's take a better look at what happened right there. I see a little bit of contact there that makes the 16 just try to avoid them. Let's go on board with the 16 machine there. See what he saw. So right there, Dakota Long, inside of him, Vincent right on a little bit loose there. Clips support, tries to go low and just clips him, and behind him, Justin Gahn also gets clipped right there. The 14 machine gets destroyed. As 2 drivers have to retire for that race, and that's our second caution of the night. We go back live as pit stops underway. Scott Lamp down pit lane. Will he retake or keep his lead on pit road? Okay, here comes Lamp right there. And looks like it's Lamp, Love, and Berlin and Hansen. So basically the same order that we had before. As we go back to the race leaders. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. We're back live here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. About to go back green. Second caution of the night for another spin off of turn 2. We saw that back-to-back times, actually, here for the 2 cautions. So, second caution of the night. We're about to go back green. This pace car is off. You can see one car flying through the field. It's one of the drivers involved, Justin Gann. As green flag is out, and away we go. Under 100 laps to go. I think 95. My math's correct. Maybe 94. He's across the line. Again, another great restart for a race leader. Scott Lamp side by side behind him. Tanner Love and Aiden Burling. This is a great spot to gain a lot of track position on these restarts here. Side by side for second now, and side by side for a bunch of positions behind them. I think it's 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. As here come Hansen to the bottom 2 of Love. A little bit further back now, can get there in time. These two still side by side. Derek Lumpy up his way to 9th. He's fell back a lot. And here comes Chris Olin, now up to P15. He's making his way up back to the field after, I believe, a drive-through penalty for that 32 machine. Up to P14 now on the outside lane, making his way through the field. Go back to battle for second here. Tanner Love clears in Berlin. We saw that, but now he's closing his gaps on Scott Lamp. Tanner Love was a really, really good short run car as he goes to the inside lane of Scott Lamp. Lamp had a great long run car, but can he hold on to the short run speed that Tanner Love has? Is Love on the outside. Lamp tries to close the door on the exit of turn 2, side by side in turn 3, 4. A little bit of rubbing down in turn 3 and 4 here. Very close between these two drivers as Lamp gonna give the position to Love, and Love's gonna take it easily. Off of turn 4, new race leader, Tanner Love. On board that 3 machine here. Right now he's in 69th out of 70 to make it to make the field. Can he do it? If he gets a win here, I almost can guarantee it. Probably, maybe not, but it'd be a great day for him. I mean, he's basically doing the best he can to do so. As his last lap was his fastest lap of the race, actually. So very interesting stats right there. Right now, these guys are running the fastest lap they've run all race long. On lap 70, 90 laps to go. Single filing out. We've seen this many times before. So a lot of moves at the beginning of the run, first 5, 6, 7, 8 laps. And then you kind of single file out for the next 10, and then the outside lane comes and forms on the outside. And a lot of comers and goers after those next 10 laps. As here comes, that's Derek Lemke. He was up front a little bit earlier in the race. He kind of fell back a little bit in those teens, and now he's up down in the P8s now, clearing Jonathan Cutlip in that 1 machine. For 12th, Chris Overland making his way through the field now, trying to get Paul's way back up from a speeding penalty that we are guessing he had based off the information we have here. We don't exactly know if it was a speeding penalty or not, but based off the best information we have, that is what he's trying to claw his way back up from. But behind him, Joey Mascuis, and Eli Childs side by side now. Eli Childs under attack from Julian Valdez in the 20 machine. As Valdez clears him as side by side behind these guys. I think this is for P16, 17, and 18. As that is Manuel Scully and Douglas New Begging and Brandon Coplinger. as Derek Lumpy on the back bumper of that 15 machine. Nathaniel Landwehr. As Lemke trying to get around this 15 machine, he's gonna stay on his back bumper for now, as he didn't have enough big runs. Side by side ahead of them, Dakota Long on the outside lane, trying to make it work on side of Danny Hansen. He's loose off the exit turn 2. He saves it. He's gonna probably clear Hansen off of turn 4 here, if I had to guess. As Hansen backs up the position, gonna try to get the run off the exit, but I think Dakota Long should clear him off the exit of 4, and he does so. Crossing line. 4 laps to go till halfway. And these racers have been very clean so far. Only 2 cautions left so far in this race. That's a very impressive stat considering that how many trucks are. I think 33 started the race, and almost they've only lost about 3 or 4. So it's a testament. These trucks are not easily handled, or easy to handle. Excuse me. Especially with these open setups, I've seen some open races as we were preparing for this, and they're a bit loose, a lot more looser than the fixed setup, obviously, as it's trying to handle a little bit better and make the tires last longer. But we have a battle for the race lead now. Love on the outside defending Lamp, as Lamp gets a good run off the exit, but a bit loose. That's gonna give the position back to Love. As last time by, Lamp was about a 10th quicker, but as fast as the lap was a 10th slower. But last time by, Lamp has been a little bit quicker. But can he clear him? As now it's a 3-car battle for the race lead now. Here comes Aiden Berlin. Right behind these guys. Is Love now. Losing the position. Lamp gonna clear himself. Sideways on the back bumper of Love. It's Love right on the back bumper of Lamp. Lamp now to the inside lane. Love on the outside. Here comes Aiden Berlin to the inside of Love. Love gonna clear Berlin on the outside lane. He's got to run on Lamp. Again, we've seen this last time. Exact same scenario. Lamp was holding back a little bit in second place, and he just slowly but surely closing the gap in the lead and passes him about 15 or so laps into this run. So now we're on board with Lamp right now. As you can see, Love, big run. Looking to the inside. Not gonna send it. Gonna stay on the back bumper of Lamp, but Love to the outside lane. He's been really liking the outside lane, but I think it's been wearing his tires a lot more than the inside lane would. Right now it's been a 7-8 car battle the whole time for the race lead, but really it's these 4 up front that have been, these 5 I would say up front, that have really chopped all these positions. Love, big run off of 2. Here it comes to the inside. Can he slide drop Lamp up in 3 and 4? And no, he'll stay side by side. Here comes Berlin behind these guys. He's going to get off the exit. He's going to look to the outside now. Love going to close the door. He's going to go back to the inside. He doesn't close the door on the inside. He's going to keep on the top side. He's been liking that top side, like I said. He might try to make it work here and try to fend off the 9 machine of Aiden Berlin. Off the exit of turn 2. Berlin still on his door panel. Here comes behind them Hansen on Long, as we have a side-by-side battle for 2nd and 4th. Love gonna give Berlin the position. Berlin really sent it into 3 and 4. Love backed off a little bit. He's down to 3rd place, and now here comes Hansen up to 4th. Here comes Long trying to get by Hansen. Gonna give him a shove to the inside now. And here comes Chad McGlinny. He's up in that 6th place position now. More than halfway through this race already is Long sideways. Long was kind of the reason there was a caution there a little bit. He was a little sideways off of 2, which kind of backed up the guys behind him, and that kind of stacked up and caused a caution last time by. He's a little sideways now again behind these guys, as here comes Lamp. Gonna block Aiden Berlin. Again, Berlin, their pulsar. He's trying to show his speed right now as we're on board with the 9 machine. A little bit lower than Lamp. We've seen this many times by these drivers. Don't want to get right behind the driver and get that dirty air. Get that clean air a little bit here, and here comes Berlin. He's been quicker. He was a 10th quicker last time by. He's right on the back bumper of Scott Lamp. Just gonna stay behind him, go to the outside lane now. Lamp leaves the door open. Not gonna be able to do anything here off of turn 4. These guys are nose to tail for all these positions right here. Big battles in the back end, in the middle here. Behind these guys, side by side, 15th and 8th. Here comes Derek Limke for that 7th place position on the outside area. Actually, that's Dakota Long for 6th place. Limke behind him. Limke a bit loose off of 4. It's Thomas Hazard in that 23 machine. These guys all on the top side. You gotta try chain that 15 machine of Nathaniel Landwehr. But still, side by side. As we are about for the race lead, Aiden Burling side by side with Scott Lamp in front of him. Here comes Burling to the inside lane. Side by side for first. As we have side by side for 3rd place right now behind these guys. That's 10-11, Danny Hansen side by side for P3. So here comes Chad McGlinney. Side by side of him is Tanner Love. Still side by side for the race lead. He's been trying to get to the inside lane, just not able to do anything with the Lamp kind of closing on the outside lane. You see, he's been a little bit quicker these last few laps, but just not quick enough to get to the inside lane and clear him. He goes up the racetrack. Can he do it? And he does clear him. Will Hansen or Lamp try to find a way to the inside again? No, he's content with staying behind that 9 machine. New race leader, our pole sitter, Aiden Burling to the lead, to the point. As we're on board with the Lamp right now. This exit is really loose off the exit of the corner. And you see, he's just kind of lost a little bit of time each lap to Aiden Burling, which has affected him a little bit. Obviously, off of turn 4, off of turn 2. We haven't, I don't know if we've been on this long run. Let's see how many laps we've been on. It's about 28 laps on these tires. Not the same as other runs we've been on. So, someone's just setting in here right now. The most positions gained and the most positions lost throughout the whole field. So a lot of comers and goers we've seen. One of the note is Chris Overland. He's now up to P8. He had a drive-through penalty, or not drive-through penalty, but he had an EOL due to the fact that he sped in pit lane, from what I have gathered. That's not confirmed, but I'm guessing that's what happened. On the first caution, which was on lap like 34, I believe. And so he's still finding his way back from that. We had a caution in between, but he's worked his way back to P8, and he's still in contention for this race with about 50 plus laps, or 60 plus laps to go, 67 laps to go. And so he has a chance to try to claw his way back up to that P1 position. As caution is out, we have a caution here. Um, Jacob Klein, I'm guessing, is going to be the cause of the caution here. Let's see what happened. And Dakota Long. Let's see what happened here. See if this is the cause. No, ahead of them, actually. So let's go Travis Dart possibly here. Yeah, big guy of course, is 22 machine actually. And into the wall goes Travis Dart. John Dart actually, maybe they're related, I don't know. But that was the 18 machine. He was involved somehow too, as he slowed down for the wreck right there too. So let's see what the cause of this wreck was exactly. We got a few drivers. Who was that 22 machine? Chris Trepa. Looks like he just got hit from the 2 machine of Justin L. Johnson. Looks like, again, Long loose again, causing another wreck. I mean, I don't want to be, I mean, he spun out right in front of him, and I don't want to blame him exactly for causing 2 wrecks in a row, but I mean, has to be content. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's, again, loose off of 2, causing the guys behind him to have to avoid him. So pit lane is open, and I think pit stop's already been done. Aiden Burlington, our race leader, stays in the race lead. And not a lot of movement off pit lane, actually. Even though we've had 3 cautions so far, 3 pit stops. And I don't know how long a green flag run is here for fuel-wise, but I think we should be okay. 70 laps, go. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. We're back later at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Concord, North Carolina, as we're about to go back green here with, my math is correct, 63 laps to go. As Danny Hansen has the fastest lap of the race so far, not sure why it's not showing his number, but the 11 machine out in front. The fastest lap, if that was the most point in this series, you'd probably take it. But it is not, so all we really care about is the winner. That's what these drivers care about the most too. I didn't do a big dive into the field, but I think Tanner Love is the only driver I saw. Maybe Timothy Moore in the back there that had a chance at making the next round. But green flag is out and away we go. Aiden Burling in the front row get another great restart in the first place here. No pole starter, so he has some experience starting front row, first place. Second time doing it tonight. As again, battle in the backs here. This is the best place, the best chance to make up positions. As we win about 30 to 35 laps green, and then we have a caution usually, but here comes Lamp. He's wasting no time now, this restart, to get to the race lead, and here comes Hansen behind him, trying to push him up to the field. Up in front. These top three pulling away from the rest of the field. 1 lap into the restart. 99 laps complete. Next lap will be lap 100. Here comes Hansen to the top side. We could see a 3-wide battle for the race lead. Here comes Hansen. Outside, not going to make it work. Burling side by side with Lamp still. That was a wrecking knock. 1 car hard on the inside wall. No caution out so far. We stay green for now. As that would be the number... Eli Childs maybe in the 9 lap. As Eli Childs, I think, has crashed. We'll take a replay after this in a moment once we get a good clear shot of it. And once these guys stop battling, is Hansen. Power move. Him and Lamp to the inside. Here comes McGinley, the inside of Burling. Burling stuck on the outside. McGinley almost makes contact with the 9. He might have. Here comes Love to the outside lane of McGinley. Now, side by side for P4. And here comes Nathaniel Landwehr. And Daniel Jones. We haven't talked about him at all. Quarterback. Dylan Jones, not Daniel. That's my bad. But side by side, Hansen with the Lamp. As 100 plus 100 laps has been completed. As right now, there's still side by side for the race lead. Hansen wants that race lead back. He's led a few laps early in this race. But he still wants to get that clean air and try to pull away. Under 60 laps to go. It's go time now. There's no time to wait around. We may have one more pit stop left due to fuel constraints. But Hansen now clear. New race leader. Danny Hansen. Here comes Tanner Love. He's on that cutoff for that cut line. For that road to pro spot. Hansen really high. 3 wide for the race lead. Now Love to the middle. 3 wide. Down the back straight away. Love sideways. Lamp sideways. Hansen now to the race lead. He's clear of these two. Side by side for second now. As Hansen's pulling away. He likes what he sees in his mirror. And he's going to try to drive away from the rest of the field. As here comes Nathaniel Landwehr. We haven't really talked about him much up front. And here comes Dylan Jones. Keep saying Daniel. But we have not talked about him at all. He's now working his way up to the top 5 position. And here comes Aiden Burling. 3 wide now for third. Or fourth, I guess. As they're side by side in front of them. As they're clear for the top 3 positions now. These 3 behind them not done yet. Still 3 wide now. 2 wide down to turn 3 and 4. Daniel Jones now up to P5. Or no, Dylan Jones. Jeez. God. Whatever. Chris Overland in 8th place, working his way through the field now. Also, he's been, we talked about earlier, he's clawing his way back from that spinning penalty he had earlier. Now here comes Tanner Love to the inside now for the race lead. Danny Hansen. He had the race lead for about 5 or so laps, but Love wants that race lead back. He needs these points to lock himself into round 2. Side by side for the race lead. Aiden Burling behind these guys. He restarted first place right that last restart. He wants his lead back and he wants to keep that pole. He wants to keep that lead and sweep the week here with pole position and a win. As now single following back out here. Top 5 single out. Top 6 side by side behind them. Chris Overland. We talked about him many times. He's long his way back up to the inside lane. He goes. McGinley. He's using that draft from the guy in front of him. As right now, single following out for his top 4 or 5 positions. Chris Overland still working that inside lane of Chad McGinley. That's Thomas Hazard side by side with Julian Valdez behind these guys. As Overland, oh, barely clear from Derek Lemke. I don't know if Lemke liked that one. He's gonna give him a shotgun in turn 3 and 4. That was very close between those two drivers. I don't know if Overland was exactly clear, but he made himself clear, and it works for him. He's looking to the top side now. As we go back to Lemke, he's side by side now with Julian Valdez. Lemke working that top side. Overland also ahead of him, looking at top side lane. Side by side for that P9 position. Julian sliding up the racetrack a little bit. Almost making contact with Derek Lemke. As Lemke gotta keep that position, gotta clear that towing machine. As here comes Thomas Hazard behind him, and Jonathan Cutlip behind him too. As Julian barely cleared himself back there, but now side by side, Chad McGinley and Nathaniel Landwehr. Still side by side for that P7 position. Actually, it should be P6, but Chad McGinley got clear Nathaniel Landwehr, but here comes Chris Overland on the outside, looking at P7 position. Chris Overland probably got to clear him off for turn 4. He's got to get a good run with that draft also, and he does so. Up to P7 goes Chris Overland. Side by side behind him, Derek Lemke and Julian Valdez, still side by side between those two drivers. There's one car on the wall. That's Lemke right there. 23-1 machine. He's going to get passed by Thomas Hazard, Derek, Jonathan Cutlip, Cameron Sartine. As he's falling back a little bit from that in the outside wall. There's a big gaggle of cars here. I think this is for the 12th, 15th. 12th to about 16th place right here in this main pack. These guys 3 wide in the back right there, going 3 wide for a second. Will they make it stick? They do. 27 goes slide up the racetrack. Side by side now with the 10 car Douglas Newbingy. That's 3 wide yet again. As these drivers in the middle pack, in the mid pack, really battling out for every position. They know that track position is so important once these tires start wearing, and they'll probably get cautions soon, as we've seen cautions about every 30-35 laps. Like I said, right now we're about 18 laps into the round, so expect a caution in the next 12 to 20 laps if I had to guess from the trends we've seen. So Nick getting through wide in the back right there. Oh my goodness, that's contact. Oh, he's pinballing his way in the middle right there, that 2 machine of Dustin Johnson, as he clears the guy on the outside. Now he's got to clear the guy on the inside, 17 of Brandon Kopeninger. It's Douglas Newbing side by side with Dirk, or not side by side with Dirk Lemke, but side by side with Joey Maschwitz. And now Chris Overland Looking to the inside, getting past, or actually he was looking to the inside of Chad McGinley. As these guys in the top 7 have been pretty single out throughout this run. We've been kind of keeping an eye out, but now as I say that, here comes McGinley, the inside of Lamp. Lamp has been really strong, but he's kind of losing some pace here. He might be saving some fuel or some tires in this long run. Only 20 laps into this run right now, but as you can see, these drivers now using the top side now. You see this many times these last 3 runs. And once those drivers use that top side, it gets a bit looser in the daytime. As we have a car way sideways in the back, but no caution there. I don't think he went sideways around. Again, here comes Overland, or Scott Lamp to the inside of McGinley. McGinley trying to make the move. A little bit of contact between those two. They keep it safe. They keep it straight. As here comes Overland, trying to use his momentum to go to the outside lane there. It's Overland to the outside of Lamp. Gets his quarter panel down the back straight. He has some draft. Off of turn 4, he should be able to clear Lamp as Lamp is falling back ever so slightly. And man, he looked really strong. I'm not sure if the weather changed or whatnot. We can take a quick look at that. The history of this one. Looks like it dropped a little bit mid-session. Now it's back up to 97 degrees. It was up to 106, I believe. So it's dropped a little bit, but it's gone back up. So track also overall temp has gone up 1 degree. So track temp hasn't crazily changed, but Lamp is falling back like a rock. He must have maybe hit a wall or something. We didn't see while we were in the back in the mid-pack. But Lamp is really falling back. He's on the P8 side by side for 9th. And he was looking like a true contender here and probably the strongest car in the field, honestly, if I'm being honest. As Hansen now looking to the outside lane, he's trying to make some work at Dylan Jones right behind him in P3. He's made his way up to the field big time for that number 31 machine. As we have a huge scuffle in the back, Cameron Sarton and Thomas Hazard. I think someone might have hit the wall. Someone got really loose in the back off of turn 2. But back up to the race lead. These guys starting the battle out here. This is for P2 as Tanner Love is loving this behind him right now, battling 3 wide in the back for him. 4-car battle for P3. Actually, it would be P2. But P3 anyways, as Chris Oberlin's a little bit further back from these guys, but battle for second, 4-car battle right now. It's anyone's battle for second right now, but the race lead are really pulling away right now. As here comes Douglas Newbingy. Side by side for P10. Cameron Sarton on the outside lane here. As you can see, all these cars using all different sorts of lanes here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. As one car on the outside wall, I think that was Jonathan Cutlip. He's in the outside wall. He's slow off of exit turn 2. As everyone has to scramble to get around him. That one machine on the outside lane. Is everyone now on the inside lane right now? We have one car as we go back up to the race lead here. Tanner Love pulling away from the field. The first time we've really seen him be able to pull away. And these guys behind really using all sorts of lanes that they can. And if we compare him to the next guy behind him, lap time wise, he's been just a little bit quicker some laps. Hansen's been quicker some laps, but I think over the long run, Love has been quicker over many laps. Side by side for P6 right now. P7 actually, excuse me. Scott Lamp again falling back. We talked about him earlier. He was one of the better drivers throughout the long run, but now he's falling back down to P7 now. As Douglas Newbing clearing Scott Lamp, excuse me. And right now, Lamp going down pit lane. Looks like we do have a pit stop. We have another driver on pit lane in front of him. That's Tanner Love, our race leader down pit lane. So pit stops are going to be happening here as Love down pit lane right now. As Hansen, we'll see if he pits this time. Go back up to our race leader. Hansen, he's looking low. He might be paying this time. And he does so. He's going to follow Tanner Love as he seems really quick. He might have sped, actually. He might have sped. We will not know for certain if he speeds until he finishes pit stop. Lamp is not off of pit lane yet. Lamp is out of pit lane now. And let's go back to our race leader, our new race leader, Dylan Jones. Will he pit this time now? With 33 laps to go, will he pit? He's looking high. Doesn't look like he will. Chad McGinley, not gonna be pitting. I thought Jones was gonna slow down here. It's Chris Overland now on pit lane, a 32 machine. As will he get Tanner Love off of pit lane? We will check right now. It's Tanner Love right now in 22nd. See where he's coming out on the racetrack. He's entering 3 and 4 right now. Let's see his lap times compared to the leader real quick. So he's this time by, he's about a second, 1.8 seconds quicker as we just saw pit lane. Chris Overland just exit the pit lane. So you can see he's about a second and more than a second and a half quicker per lap than our race leader. And that's a big difference right now. And over the course of 2-3 laps, that's almost 9 seconds. Actually, well, no, it would be 9 seconds. 3 laps would be about 6 seconds, my bad. But we see some more drivers on pit lane. We're on board Tanner Love right now. So we kind of just see him through the field. Everyone from him has old tires. We just kind of see how he drives, gets through the field here. As he's looking for aggressive move on the inside of that 5 machine. That was a little risky move if I do say so myself. But he knows he has to be as quick as he can with these fresh tires and use every advantage he has. Because everyone in front of him is going to be pitting here soon. You see he's working his other field. Let's go back up to our current race leader, Jonathan Cutlip, and see maybe he's going to stay out a little bit longer, try hope for a caution. That's probably the best bet for this #1 machine. And see, here comes, that's Tanner Love right there in that 3 machine. He just unlapped himself for our race leader, our race leader just down pit lane. So Justin Johnson now retakes the race, or is back in the race lead. No, back. I don't know if he led a lap or not, but 6 machine of Lamp has to avoid the 2, our race leader right now, Justin Johnson. As you can see, Lamp is a little further behind Tanner Love. The pit on the same lap. So those 2 are right now 1-2 preliminary. I don't know if I used the right word there, preliminary. But anyways, they should set out to the race lead, I'm guessing, first and second. So this is the battle of the race lead in the future, I guess, if that makes sense. Love now in 8th, 9th. Kind of cycling his way through the field. So this is the comparison between these 2 drivers, Tanner Love and Scott Lamp. This is the battle to watch. Lamp has been quicker than him every single lap the past 3 laps. A couple tenths quicker than him, actually. I don't know if he's pushing a little bit more. We saw how quick he was in the beginning of the race over the course of a long run. So maybe he changed his step a little bit. You can adjust that a little bit in Road to Pro. As Go back to our race leader, Tanner Love. Is Justin Johnson has gave up his lead, and he's now peeling Elliott Henderson in second. Manuel Scully is in P1 right now, and 25 laps to go this time by. I guess 26 technically because you had another lap, but 27 laps to go. Because right now that's Chris Overland making the move by Derek Limpy. He's up to P3 now. And what a run by him. What a comeback from that 32 machine. Going down all the way down to 22nd. Now has worked his way up to P3. Well, right now P6, but once he cycles out, he will be P3. But he's side by side with Derek Limke, still battling for that P3 position. Limke could give it up here on the inside lane, and Chris Overland gotta take the spot up to P3. We have some smoke entering the pit lane. I'm guessing someone locked up. As we never really got, I believe Hansen, excuse me, I believe Hansen did speed on pit lane. Let me check real quick. As we have a car speeding on the back, and that could be out. Caution, it does. Oh, that helps. Oh my goodness, that changes everything here. As that's one of the cars spinning, but we saw a car spin on the back straightaway. Might have been John Dart. I believe this is Chris Treppa, and John Dart might be the one around. This is John Dart right here. So there was a car that was spinning. That's what this type of. Yeah, we had a car spin on the back straightaway too. Not sure we're gonna find that one, but Chris Treppo did spin on coming to pit lane, which I believe that also may brought the caution, possibly. It was either him or the guy on the back straightaway, but it's right back here, back there. Someone in the back of there. Not sure who that was. Because it was so out of order that all these guys are not on the lead lap. So I guess we won't really figure out who that was, but anyways. Pit road is open and now everyone down pit lane. And that helps that 27 machine a lot. He's gonna inherit the race lead if he is clean off of pit lane. Off of pit lane, the 27 goes, and easily off of pit lane, he's gonna take the race lead. I'm guessing, unless someone stays out, and. Looks like Aiden Berlin stays out, our pole sitter stays out actually. Interesting strategy call, but with 20 laps to go, this could turn to, I guess this is a little casual language, but a caution fest here. So he has, how old tires he has? Let me check real quick. You can see his last pit stop maybe. So he's in the box for 14 seconds. Let's say the last pit stop. Well, we can bring everyone's last pit stop up right up here. So see the last pit stop lap right there. Lap 131. So he's about 8 lap old tires, but he's gonna bring down pit lane this time by. So he's got everyone else pitted behind him. So. Thomas Hazard stays out also with 132. He might be trying to get that wave around. But that's just comparing the pit stop right there. So that's a 27 machine. will take the race lead here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back for this last 20 laps of action in split number 4 to decide who makes it to round 2 of Road to Pro. Hello everyone, we're back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, about to go green. Under 20 laps to go here on Road to Pro Split 4. Some drivers like Tanner Love looking, hoping that they can make it to round 2 and doing everything he can to win this race and get as many points as he can for himself. As green flag is out, he's doing it way early. That had to be before the research zone. Okay, let's take a quick look back at that, because that seems like a lot. That seemed really early. That's well before the research zone. So I'm guessing that 27 could be getting a penalty here. Didn't miss too much. We only missed about half a lap. But it was side by side for second. That's Scott Lamp on the outside lane. Daniel Love trying to make it work here. He's in P4 right there. And I'm 27. I'm guessing research zones are on. I think research zones are on for the Road to Pro. So right now we've had 4 cautions so far in this race. Will we see another one with 18 laps to go? As one car really slow, at 26 machine, Elliott Henderson, he's sideways, I think, with these cold tires. He's on the inside lane. He's in a ton position. 3 wide now through the middle. He's got to fall back to no man's land. Not where you want to be, right in the middle of Charlotte. Oh, it's tight right there, squeezing, pinballing off some drivers. As the 26 machine finds himself now side by side with Timothy Moore on the inside of him and Jonathan Cutlip looking outside, 3 wide. Here comes the number 1 machine looking to the inside, outside now. Gonna push that 26 machine up to the front. Has side by side Scott Lamp and our race leader Emmanuel Scully to the inside lane. Roar Esports at 27 machine. And here comes Tanner Love behind them. Watch out for that 3 machine. He's been quick all race long, looking to secure his spot in round 2 of the Road to Pro. The outside he goes over a 27 machine. Emmanuel Scully. So here he comes to the inside. Tanner Love looking for that P2 position. He's going to chase down our race leader, Scott Lamp. And here comes Chris Overland. We spoke to him many times this race, charging through the field. up to P4. Gonna look for P3 here shortly. Inside, outside. Where does he go? Out to the outside lane. 15 laps to go. To the outside lane he goes. Up to P3. Should be able to clear off turn 4. And he does so. Off turn 4, he's going to clear the 27 of Manuel Scully. Scully a bit loose. He hasn't been up front all night long until that caution came out. He took the race lead. He's going to get some good track position, and he could get a top 10 here if everything goes his way. And side by side up in front of him for the race lead, Tanner Love counting down. Scott Lamp. Lamp has been up front all day long. He had a little bit of a rough start to the last run, green flag run, but Tanner Love and him have been battling it out night all night long. So here comes Love in the wake in this draft. Can he get a good run down to turn 1 and 2? Maybe make a move down the back straightaway. You can see he's just barely lifting the throttle. Lamp a little bit loose, clipping that apron a little bit. Off turn 2, down the back straightaway, closing ever so slowly, within 2/10 of a second. These are 10th quicker in sector 1. There's only 2 sectors on an oval. Off of turn 4, I mean. Down the front straightaway, closing even more slightly. Another 9 thousandths of a second, so basically nothing. As here comes Chris Overland and Derek Lemke. So we have 4-car battle for the rest of the league pretty soon. And Love on the inside lane has the momentum. Can he make a move down the inside? No, he stays behind right now. Kind of just rolling that middle lane. Backing off a ton. Lamp really good in 3 and 4. We've seen that multiple times today. Lamp just kind of really sends it in 3 and 4 and just kind of pulls away on the entry. Doesn't get the best exit because of it, but he's really good on entry in 3 and 4, and that really just allows him to pull away from the drivers behind him. But he kind of struggles in 1 and 2, seems like, as Love is a lot better on the bottom in 1 and 2. Lamp gonna get the run off the exit. Love still on the inside lane. Is he gonna try to make a move into 3 and 4? Nope, he tucks down behind that 6 machine. And here comes Chris Overland. Behind that 3 machine right now. 10 laps to go. 15 miles of glory of who can make it. Will Tanner Love get to round 2? Will Chris Overland secure the win? And what a comeback that would be for that 32 machine. As the inside of Love he goes. His battle for first is heating up. As Overland loose off of turn 2. He's going to allow Love to take back the position for P2. Now let's watch over Derek Lemke in the background there. He's kind of been just in that 5th to 10th range. He could make a charge late in this race once these guys start battling it out. As Love up the top side. 3 and 4. Will he get a good enough run to challenge Lamp for the race lead? Here comes Overland to the inside. Here comes Lemke. Will he follow Overland? The inside lane of Love. And here comes Douglas Newbingen. He hasn't been really spoken of the 10 car as kind of just seem lingering out in the 5th place position. These guys battling. He's got to bring him in. This will be a 5-car battle for the race lead here pretty soon in the next few laps. As here comes Love. Good run, 3 and 4. This is where we've been struggling all race long. To the inside now of Lamp. Can he hold it? He does so. Can he send it in turn 1 and 2? He's been really good on that bottom lane. Will we see a slide job here in 1 and 2? Love gonna send it in deep. Gonna try to clear out 6 car. He's gonna go up the racetrack, and he does so off of turn 2. New leader. That's 1 car in the wall. 1 car spinning. Derek Lemke around. Caution is out. And 6 laps to go. We might see a green-white checkered here, folks. As Chris Overland hits the outside wall, Lemke gets turned by the 10 machine. Nothing Douglas Newbing can do. As feel bad for Lemke, as Chris Overland just got really tight down in the wake of that 6 machine, slid up the racetrack into the wall, and Lemke into him, and Douglas Newbing into him. It's kind of just a chain reaction of these 3 drivers on board Lemke, and just really unfortunate. Nowhere for him to go. Just good hard racing. The question is, who will pit? Will anyone pit? I just don't think that's a really good option though, tire wise. Let's see what's the last lap these guys have been on, real quick. Go to the last pit stop lap. 139 for most of these drivers. That's with 6 laps to go. I think we have we're 140.55, so it's about 15 lap run. Not all under green, but most of it is. I just don't think anyone can pit here and be okay with that unless you're in the back. Nick Limke will pit, try to make us some track position, but I'm guessing these guys actually they're pitting. Wow, someone has to stay out here. Yeah, if you, I mean, everyone down pit lane. That is a surprise to me. A big surprise to me, actually. As you can see, just a few people staying out. I'm guessing a few of them on old tires, a few of them trying to get the laps back. But that is a really big surprise to me. I'm guessing it's gonna be green or checkered, and I have faith that I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm not a driver in this race, so I guess the tire was big enough with about 15 lap old tires. So. Off of pit lane. Some of you guys probably took 2. I'm guessing some of them did. And looks like a couple of them did, I'm guessing. Maybe. But looks like Cameron Sarton took 2. And 27 of Manuel Scully took 2, and the 8 car took 2. Salvatore Frazito and Tanner Love behind them in 7th. So Elliot Henderson, our race leader. Joey Maskowitz in 2nd. Thomas Hazard in 3rd. So those are drivers that stayed out. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with this green-white checkered in round 8, in the final round of Road to Pro. We're back here. We're about to go back green. Let's take a little. Excuse me, I cannot speak right now. Little race recap right now. Quick check here. Positions gained. We've seen Joey Masconi. He's in P2. Started tail into the field, 32nd out of 33 cars. He's up to P2. He has a chance to do something special right here and get this race win with the green-white checkered. You got Thomas Hazard up there in P3. Cameron Sarton in P number 4. So a lot of movers right here up in the front. And some losers. We got our pole sitter, Aiden Berling. He's in P number 9. He could make a run up here with the green-white checkered. Lamp, Tanner Love. There you guys are up here too. So just kind of looking at most positions gains. We've had 5 cautions so far this race. So not too many. We had a car spin on pit lane. We had a car wreck on, a lot of wrecks in the back have mostly happened off of turn 2. Fast lap, Thomas Hazard. Not sure why it's not showing his number. He's number 23. He's on P3. Has a chance to win this thing. This is gonna be a good one, folks. Stay tuned. Stay ready for this one. This is gonna get exciting. 3 cars out on old tires. A few cars took 2. A few cars have 4. A few cars are out of this race. So let's go back racing here with 2 laps to go. And pace car off, and green, green, green. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Elliott Henderson underway. A little bit of tire spin from the outside lane of 29. Joey Masconi, as here comes a 27. As blocking in the back, Tanner Love to the inside. As caution is back out. We did not get back going as something must have happened in the back, but nothing happened in the front. Not that I'm aware of. There's nothing that we see on our screens that indicate that there was anyone that spun out. I guess we just go back to the restart and see if we can see anything from this like blimp camera. So let's go back a little bit. It looks like 3 wide action might have caused that right there. If we look back here, there's a few slow cars in the back, but I don't know. Not sure if that would cause a caution. Cause yeah, there's a big checkup. Oh, 17 around. He gets it back going. I'm guessing that's the cause of the caution. The pace car lights are not on, so there has to be someone else here that caused it. So he just gets spun around, but then the caution is still not out. Still green. So is that the car stopped on the racetrack? And then the caution comes out right there. Okay. So I'm guessing it was a 30 car Travis Dart that brings out the yellow. So that's 1 overtime attempt. I'm not sure how many they get. I'm guessing they get 2 or 3 right now. So that's onboard Travis Dart. Let's go back live to our race leaders right now. And Tanner Love in 7th place, looking to try to get his way into the round of 2. He's in 69th place, and I believe there's another car in 68th place ahead of him, the 27 of Manuel Scully. He's benefited the most from this caution, the second to last caution. He was in the race lead when driver on pit lane spun into pit lane, and he's really benefited. He's in P5. He took 2 last time by, and he could get himself in to the round of 2 also. So we're going to take a quick little break before we go back green for the second green light checkered, and we'll be right back for the action. And we're back live here with 2 laps to go. Second group, we're checking up 3. And we're about to go back green. Can Elliott Henderson hold off the field of drivers who have new tires? They gained no time on the last time as the caution went out instantly. But here we go. About to go back green. As pace car is off. And we're about to do battle for 2 laps, 3 miles at Charlotte Motor Speedway. In the restart zone, green flag is out. Elliott Henderson with a great restart behind him, not so much. As those guys with the old tires, kind of a little shield for him. As go back up to the race lead. I checked on the pace car a little bit here, but going down turn 1 and 2, all clean through the whole field, side by side. Down the back straight we go. Elliott Henderson looking good so far. Half a lap to go to get to the white flag. As Henderson getting caught by Cameron Sarton. Sarton to the inside lane. White flag in the other side by new race leader Cameron Sarton. As here comes Scott Lamp, 3 wide middle. Here comes Tanner Love to the outside, looking to the, oh, crashing behind. The big one happens behind them. Still, 5-car battle for the race lead. Big crash in the back straightaway again. Here we go. Down to 3 and 4 for the final time today. Here comes Lamp. He's got pushed to 26 of Elliott Henderson. Up into the Cameron Sarton. Sarton in the wall. Here comes Lamp. Here, he's going to get pushed by Tanner Love. It's not going to be enough. Elliott Henderson wins. Split number 4 of Road to Pro. As they crash behind. He got a shot from Scott Lamp into the 25 of Cameron Sarton. We got to take a look at that one. Elliott Henderson wins here at Charlotte after 160 laps. As let's just take a quick look at everything here that transpired. As this is coming to the restart zone. He got a great line. So you can see that 25 machine. I believe he had 2 tires. That's why it was so much quicker. The guys around him. As this is a whole restart here right now. So right now we're on the chopper camera right now. Looking at the overhead view. As Elliott Henderson is mostly full throttle for the first corner here. So very easy to get through there. So you can see behind these guys, Tanner Love and Scott Lamp with new tires trying to work their way through the field. This is coming to the white flag this time by. You can see Cameron Sarton makes a great move. Gets by Elliott Henderson. And right now he's looking in prime position as Lamp just moved his way, muscled his way up to that 3rd place right there. And behind these guys, they make contact trying to get by the guy with the old tires. The big wreck happens in the back as Lamp gets a... Henderson gets a big shot from Lamp right here. Not really as much as I thought he did. Henderson just kind of moved up the racetrack. I thought for a second Love was going to work with Lamp and try to get by Henderson. But Henderson holds him off with the old tires. What a great strategy call for a 26 machine. As what a race that was, is we'll take a quick look at your full race results. Drivers 1 through 32. And where they ended up at in the end of this race. So we have after 165 total laps, supposed to be a scheduled distance of 160. Elliott Henderson holds off the rest of the field. Scott Lamp in 2nd, Tanner Love in 3rd. Those were the top 2 contenders. We also saw Chad McGlinny up in there. Thomas Hazard at the end there. Derek Lemke got spun around for that one of those cautions there. Jonathan Cutlip, we saw him lose the 1 car. Dylan Jones up there. He was up there late in the race. Justin Gann, I believe he was one of the top 5 in qualifying. And our pollster, Aiden Burling, 24th place. Not a great result from Danny Hansen. Not sure what happened to him. I think he sped going to the pit lane and he might have just left the session maybe. Dakota Long, he was up there, but he caused a few incidents though. And rounding out the field is Eli Childs, Vincent Corzit, and Drew Jua. So Fortunate for those drivers having to quit early. Overall, well, it was a fun race. At the end, we had two green-white checkereds, and our race winner was Elliot Henderson. Yep, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. And we will see you next broadcast. Thank you.